your retirement plan? A beach in Hawaii, chilling in a cabin in the woods, or working at a fast food counter at 75 because your savings ran out? Yeah, let's avoid that last one. In this video, we're laying out a retirement budget plan to help you enjoy life later without money worries. Whether you're dreaming of island getaways or quiet mornings with coffee, let's make sure your finances can keep up with your dreams. Let's be honest, the word budget doesn't exactly spark joy. It sounds like rules, restrictions, and saying no to the fun stuff. But when it comes to retirement, budgeting isn't about cutting back. It's about making sure you can actually enjoy the life you've worked so hard for. Here is the tricky part. Spending money in retirement isn't as simple as it used to be when your paycheck showed up like a clockwork. Most retirees don't have much income coming in outside of what they have saved over the years. Sure, there is Social Security, but relying on that alone is kind of like trying to live off vending machine snacks. It'll get you through the day, but not exactly the lifestyle you dreamed of. And if your retirement dreams involve plane tickets, new hobbies, or just keeping the AC running in summer, you'll need a plan. That's where your retirement budget comes in. It's not about limiting what you can do, it's about making sure your savings last and your lifestyle stays comfortable. Without a plan, it's easy to overspend early and end up tightening the belt later, and that's a little less fun. Budgeting helps you figure out how much you can spend without putting your future self in a financial headlock. Think of it as setting the pace so you don't sprint through your nest egg in the first few laps. Here is why it matters. It gives you a clear, structured plan for how to spend your money once paychecks stop rolling in. It helps you set realistic financial goals like how often you can travel, whether you can afford the second Netflix for your grandkids, or if you'll need to switch from fancy cheese to cheddar on sale. It keeps you from draining your savings too quickly because, let's face it, Social Security alone isn't taking you on cruise. What does your dream retirement look like? Traveling the world, golf 3 times a week, or just relaxing with no boss breathing down your neck? Before you trade in your work shoes for flip-flops, it's time to ask the most important questions that will shape your retirement lifestyle. Think of it as your retirement checklist, not just for where you want to live or how much you want to travel, but also for the financial moves that will make it all possible. Here are some essential questions to ask yourself and your financial advisor. Should I pay off my mortgage before I retire? You want the peace of mind that comes with owning your home outright, but you also need to make sure you're not putting yourself in the financial tight spot before the fun even starts. How long do I expect to live, and how long my savings need to last? No one has a crystal ball, but it's important to estimate how many years in retirement you might have. Planning for a longer life means your savings need to stretch up further, so you'll need a buffer in case you'll end up living it up in your 90s or beyond. How much of my current lifestyle do I want to keep in retirement? It's easy to dream of lounging by the pool all day, but do you still want to keep busy with hobbies, volunteer work, or part-time work? Understanding how active or relaxed you want to be helps you plan your budget for activities that keep you engaged. Do I have a plan for inflation? Inflation affects everything from groceries to travel costs. A good retirement plan should account for the fact that prices may rise over time, meaning your purchasing power today might be lower tomorrow. How much do I want to spend on luxury travel? You've worked hard for this, so how many beach resorts, European cruises, or bucket list adventures are you planning? What's the impact of health issues or taxes on my plan? Healthcare costs tend to rise in retirement, and taxes can be tricky. Planning for these unknowns early helps you avoid the stress of unexpected expenses and lets you focus on the fun stuff like your new hobby of pickleball. Do I want to help fund grandkids' college or other expenses? Grandparents are known for spoiling their grandkids' butt. Can you afford it without sacrificing your retirement dreams? Do I want to leave an inheritance? For some, passing down wealth is important. Do you want to leave some for your kids or grandkids, or are you focused on using all your savings for yourself? By asking these key questions now, you'll have a clearer picture of your retirement roadmap and a strategy to make sure you have funds to live it. The goal? A relaxed, no-worries retirement with your real goals in mind. Whether it's relaxing on the beach, hiking in the mountains, or simply enjoying time with the family, planning for retirement isn't just about figuring out how much you'll spend on hobbies or travel. It's about understanding how much of your current income you'll need to replace when you are no longer working. Many people find the idea of budgeting for retirement daunting, and some don't even try. But it doesn't have to be that hard. The key starting point here is the retirement income replacement ratio, the fancy term for how much of your pre-retirement income you'll need to replace each year in retirement. The general rule of thumb is around 80%. This means if you're currently earning $45,000 a year, you can estimate that you'll need about $36,000 per year during retirement. The 80% rule is a good starting point, but don't be afraid to adjust. Consider your specific circumstances like your lifestyle goals, health, and even those plans to travel the world in your golden years. As the Director of Financial Solutions at Fidelity points out, each family's retirement situation is different. If you plan to live like a minimalist or stay in your hometown, you might get by with just 75% of your pre-retirement income. But if you're dreaming of beach resorts and international travel, you'll need to bump that number to 90% or even 100%. After all, you might find yourself needing more to fund the adventures you've dreamed about. The amount you earn before retirement plays a huge role in how much you'll need to replace. If you're making less than $50,000 per year, you'll likely need about 80% of that, or roughly $40,000, to maintain the similar lifestyle in retirement. But if you're in the higher income bracket, say you're making $200,000 per year, you may only need 55% of your income, or about $110,000, to cover all your retirement expenses. The takeaway here is that the 80% guideline is just that, a guideline. Everyone's situation is different, and the exact percentage will vary based on your current income, planned lifestyle, and unexpected costs that may come up. Zhao suggests narrowing the range between 55 and 80% and tweaking it to reflect your personal needs and wants. Some might need less, others more, so fine-tuning is essential. Ultimately, the goal is to create a financial picture that helps you confidently maintain the lifestyle you want without running out of funds. It's all about adjusting the ratio to fit your life and then factoring those major expenses like travel, healthcare, or second home, and making sure you're not caught off guard when the retirement check comes in. Retirement is supposed to be your time to relax, not scramble to figure out how much you are going to pay for the monthly bills. But here's the thing, retirement doesn't stop your monthly expenses, which can include everything from housing and healthcare to food, clothing, transportation, entertainment, and let's not forget travel. So knowing how much income you'll have in retirement is crucial for making sure those bills get paid without causing stress. Since retirement could last 30 plus years, almost as long as your working career, it's essential to have a solid understanding of your future income. You want to make sure it's enough to cover all those pesky bills and keep your lifestyle intact. As I mentioned before, a good rule of thumb is that you'll need around 80% of your pre-retirement income annually. For example, if you're earning $100,000 a year, now you can estimate that you'll need around $80,000 each year in retirement. This is because you'll no longer be paying for Social Security taxes, and your 401k contributions will be a thing of the past. It's not all about drawing from your savings. Ideally, you'll have several income sources lined up, starting with Social Security. You can begin collecting Social Security benefits at age 62, but the longer you'll wait, the more you'll get. For every year you delay past your full retirement age, which is 67 for those born in 1960 or later, you'll earn an additional 8% in benefits up until the age of 70. It might seem like a long time, but patience can truly pay off. Of course, Social Security alone won't cut it. You'll need additional sources to cover your costs. Here's where you can get creative. Building an investment strategy that matches your risk tolerance, financial goals, and tax situation is key. A well-diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, and other assets can generate significant returns to fund your retirement. Consider working with a financial advisor to help you create a plan. Some retirees are lucky enough to have pensions or annuities that provide guaranteed monthly income. These can be great sources of steady cash flow, but not everyone has access to them. IRAs, 401ks, and Roth IRAs can be valuable sources of income in retirement, but you'll need a strategy to withdraw from them wisely. Keep in mind that tax efficiency and required minimum distributions, which starts at age 72 or 73 depending on your birth year, are factors to consider. If you own property, you might be able to generate income by renting out space. Alternatively, part-time work can also supplement your income, though you'll want to think how much you want to work in retirement. It's crucial to create a plan for how you'll withdraw money from your various retirement accounts. It can be tricky to balance your income needs with your investment growth and taxes. That's where working with a financial professional can help you craft a distribution strategy that takes into account things like market volatility and your lifestyle plans. To get a good estimate of your retirement income, here is a simple approach. Total up your expected income sources: Social Security, pensions, retirement savings, and other income sources like rental income or part-time work. Estimate your savings and investments. Calculate the total value of your savings and investments at retirement, factoring in your current balances and savings rate. Estimate investment returns. Apply a moderate rate of return. You can use 5 to 7% for conservative estimates, but this will vary based on your portfolio and market conditions. Estimate taxes. Remember that some of your retirement income will be taxed. Be sure to deduct estimated taxes from your income total. Calculate your monthly income. After calculating your annual retirement income, divided by 12 to get your estimated monthly income. Couple key questions to ask yourself. Will your retirement income will be more or less your pre-retirement income? By how much will your income need to change to support your desired lifestyle in retirement? By answering these questions and following these steps, you'll get a better idea of what your retirement income will look like. This gives you a clearer picture to whether you're on track for a secure retirement or if you need to adjust your saving strategy. One of the most essential parts of retirement planning is estimating how much you'll spend during retirement years. While many retirement planners recommend aiming for about 70 to 80% of your retirement income, the reality is that your spending habits can vary widely. Some retirees spend as little as 54%, while others spend more, reaching 87% of their previous income. Therefore, a tailored approach is necessary for a more accurate estimate. To create a realistic retirement spending plan, you need to break down your expenses and account for any changes in your lifestyle and finances. Here is how to do it. Start by listing your current monthly expenses, including living costs, utilities, groceries, insurance premiums, transportations, and other essential payments. The baseline will help you estimate what you likely need in retirement. Be mindful of inflation. Generally, 3% annual increase is a reasonable assumption for how your expenses might rise over time, especially for things like healthcare or daily living costs. As you approach retirement, think about lifestyle changes you may make. Are you planning to downsize your home or relocate to a more expensive area? If you own a home, consider whether your mortgage will be paid off by retirement. If not, mortgage payments, along with property taxes and maintenance, should remain a significant part of your budget. For those who will downsize, reducing your housing costs could free up additional funds for other activities like travel or hobbies. Healthcare becomes a major expense in retirement. If you retire before age 65, you'll need to budget for private health insurance until you qualify for Medicare. Even after age 65, Medicare doesn't cover all the costs, so you'll need Medicare supplement and you may still have out-of-pocket expenses. Factor in these premiums, deductibles, and any anticipated increases in healthcare costs as you age. Evaluate any outstanding debt you have, such as a mortgage, car loan, or credit card balances. Will this be paid off before you retire? If not, continue to budget for these monthly payments. Additionally, it's crucial to have an emergency fund that can cover 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses to help protect against unexpected financial challenges like medical emergencies or home repairs. By the way, if you want to know how to build an emergency fund, I suggest you watch this video next. Retirement often brings the opportunity to indulge in hobbies or travel. Whether it's going on vacations, enjoying golf, or learning new skills, these activities have a cost. Plan for how much you want to spend on leisure activities. Some retirees travel frequently, while others prioritize home-based hobbies. Be sure to factor in costs for both regular and occasional activities. Retirement isn't always predictable. Unexpected expenses like medical bills that are not covered by insurance, a new car purchase, or family obligations should be a part of your budget planning. Setting aside additional funds for those unforeseen expenses will help you avoid depleting your retirement savings when the unexpected arise. By considering these factors and categories, you can estimate your retirement spending more accurately. Remember that your expenses will evolve over time, so revisit your plan regularly to ensure it stays on track. This proactive approach will help you maintain a comfortable and secure retirement lifestyle. And if you are interested, I will leave the link for retirement expenses calculator down below in the description. Planning for retirement isn't a one-time task, it's a journey that requires careful thought, flexibility, and regular adjustments. By thoroughly estimating both your income and expenses, you are taking the first crucial steps toward ensuring you can live comfortably once you leave your workforce. Remember that retirement isn't just about saving, it's about making smart and informed decisions for how and when to use your resources. Whether you're estimating your income, figuring out your expenses, or planning for unexpected costs, a clear strategy will help you feel more confident and secure in your retirement years. As you look toward the future, be sure to regularly assess your savings and adjust your investment strategy based on your changing goals. Factor in the unknowns like inflation, healthcare, and emergency expenses. Revisit your plan at least annually to ensure it's aligned with your evolving needs. Retirement is a time for freedom, relaxation, and pursuing the activities you've always wanted to do. By setting yourself up with strong financial foundation, you'll be able to enjoy this time without constant worry about money. It's about balancing your current financial needs with the long-term goal of securing a stress-free retirement. So start planning today, because a well-prepared retirement is the best way to ensure you can live your golden years on your terms. As always, it was my pleasure, and I think we can still talk about how your retirement can change over different periods of time, and we'll talk about how to budget for that. I'll see you in the next one.